Earlier this week, Nintendo decided to drop the Nintendo Switch 2 and some games along with it. After already spending nearly half a grand on the new generation Xbox when it had came out, the price of the Switch wasn't really like the most baffling thing, but the new Mario Kart would be. The new Mario Kart releasing would be an open world Mario Kart game, and that's like cool, but it's not necessarily the most earth-shattering thing in the world. But after that, they said it was going to cost $80. This isn't a special version or a physical copy and some cool merchandise. The base digital game would cost $80, and for some reason it seems to follow a trend. The new Kirby, Zelda, and freaking Mario Party would all cost the same price. As I was doing research for this video, I found out that the current industry standard is $70, and I had zero idea that it was even that base price. I'm super stingy on buying games that even cost like $40, and I don't think I've bought a full price game in at least 4 years. I think a majority of people who play games also agree with me. I don't think it's a hot take because this begins the incentive for other companies to start pushing that $80 price tag as well. Like, admittedly, I hadn't heard of the $70 standard, but I know that the obese grease lords at Activision were putting out $70 Call of Duty games, and nobody liked that, but I thought that was just because of them being money suckers. But I guess it's cool to know that like zero company can really back the consumer. The money-sucking tubs of lard at Nintendo literally suck like hundreds of millions of dollars out of people across the world. Not to mention that Nintendo definitely has the youngest fan base out of all the gaming consoles, besides like maybe the Leapfrog. I don't know. This company just wants to suck the money out of parents who provide for their families and give their kids that console. And maybe you're like, well, K-Sauce, you're not being rational. The game's expansion will be worth the price hike. That means more money to the game to improve it. Alright, fine. Let's look at the game. It's an open world Mario Kart with over 80 playable characters? Whoa! Maybe there's some good deep pools. Wrong! Out of the 80 playable characters, you get people like Cow and Bonefish and the guy who throws hammers at you from the first Mario Bros. Not to mention, we're still missing some characters that have been in multiple games. People like Petey Piranha, Metal Mario, Dry Bowser, Diddy Kong, although they're probably gonna wait to show Diddy Kong with the new redesign in the new Donkey Kong game. By the way, Nintendo messed up the new Donkey Kong redesign. Something just looks gone. The soul has been taken out of my Donkey Kong, and now he's just a soulless husk. I mean, just look at what they've done to him, man. Funky Kong is still missing, and so yeah, we're kind of missing out. So some random characters are in, some decent characters are out. Shitty redesign for Donkey Kong for the slim price of $80. I don't like Nintendo. This means other game companies, such as a great example, EA Sports, are going to start pushing out even worse stuff for more expensive prices. I don't know what to do with this because it's literally just going to become the standard because of Nintendo. At least I'll get some time to forget about it before it even touches the US market though. While the game comes out in the summer, it turns out that the Switch 2 gets a delay in the United States due to tariffs. So if there's anything good out of this, at least it's maybe that the heads at Nintendo can stop chiefing their muhas for a second. And maybe then it'll give them some time to drink some goop juice and use their head. Because this is consumerism. And it sucks. Because I don't have any money. And I don't make any money off YouTube. Please. Please subscribe. I'm begging you. I don't have any. And I need you. Please. And like the video and tell me what you think about the video. Now that I just hit you with the cold water, the Switch does cost $450, but on top of that, they took the route where you don't really own your games. As a guy who owns a PC, it's not necessarily a big deal because I can't put CDs in my PC, so like, I've never really had a problem with it, but I don't really own a game when I buy it. It can be swept away from me, and somehow Nintendo found a way to do this with their physical copies too. When you buy the physical copy, it's not actually the game, it's a key to give access to download it on the Nintendo store. It's like going to a store and buying a physical copy of the game, but instead they just give you a code to redeem it at the Xbox store, or like the Steam store. And while like, I'm sure companies have done this before, it's never happened where like the physical copies literally just don't exist anymore. By the way, if you don't want to buy full price games, I'm gonna put y'all on some sauce real quick. Websites like I don't know if I can say it, but I'll definitely put it on the screen for you. They sell them for cheaper, and they just give you the Steam code or the console code, and it's essentially the same as going to the store and getting that Nintendo code. So make sure to save yourself some dollars. Not sponsored by them or anything, but like, hey. But yeah, don't worry guys, I'm looking out for you guys, even if there's only 7 of you. But what this means is that even if you buy a physical Nintendo game, you don't own the game. You like bought the permission to download the game. Which, by the way, if Nintendo decided to take away for any reason, then poof, your game is just gone. They can just take away the servers to run that game, and then it's just empty space that can't be played. If you own a Nintendo console, you don't own anything else anymore. What's something you can buy but can't own? It's a Nintendo game. And I wish I could back this Nintendo Direct. There's so much good stuff coming out, like Tomodachi Life 2. Who wouldn't be excited for that? The powerhouse Nintendo titles are all coming out with new games, and the Switch won't be on some prehistoric console that can barely run its own games, unless you upgraded to the Switch OLED, which I don't know. And I was excited to hear that Nintendo was dropping a new console, and on top of that, a new Kirby game. I mean, but when you say that Kirby game is $80, it's almost baffling to look at. It literally has everything backing it to be one of the best console drops we've seen in a while. I mean, what dropped with the Xbox Series X? Assassin's Creed Valhalla? And the PlayStation 5?
The PlayStation 5, it's really fast.
Yeah, they really wanted you to mention the speed. That was really important to them.
Yeah.
Bro, it was Astrobot. It was lined up to absolutely smash it out of the park, and yet somehow it manages to suck even bigger ass than both of these drops combined. The biggest problem with those two consoles was the shortage between the consoles itself. I mean, you just couldn't get one.
Have been sold out at retailers since launch day last week on November 10th.
PS5, you're refreshing 20 tabs like a psychopath.
The biggest one behind this one, though, is you can't even buy it in the United States due to the tariffs. And that's not even the biggest problem. They had to make it worse. I don't know how you managed to do it. We could have been backing the Nintendo system like, man, we could be waiting for this, but at least it'll be worth it. And they can't even manage to do that right. They somehow disappoint not even just the children, but like every grown 30-year-old man is absolutely flipping out about this. When you have the Omega Lol Grease Lord sitting on Twitter getting mad at you over this instead of being white
Supreme Sauce,
then there's something you're doing wrong. So when we look at the Nintendo Switch 2 as a whole, we have an expensive console with expensive games with a shitty Donkey Kong redesign. Don't get me started on the Donkey Kong redesign. That can't even be bought yet in the United States, and yet somehow we're supposed to be excited for this when it comes. And yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to talk to you guys about how Nintendo made me angry. I hate them, and I hope everyone else does too. If I have to buy $80 games from now on, then yeah. And that's about it. See ya.